Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. Today, Nathan and I are going to be showcasing some of the stronger pets that you can find on Draenor and the Broken Isles. The tournament, which will be on Monday the 26th, is going to be held same time as always, same place, right outside the Orc starting zone on US server Malorn. It'll be 7 p.m. like always, and Gomrath will more than likely be streaming it. If he is not, then I will. And like I said, it's going to be wild caught pets only from Broken Isles and Draenor. A couple pets that you might be curious about. I heard the Tarot Claw hatchling and the Stone Grinder got brought up. They're banned. They're not wild caught. Like, they have to be a pet that you can kind of go out. You'll see the little green icon. You right click on it, like right over here. How you see this dung beetle. Or the creepy crawly. You have to be able to go out to it and right click it like this and have a battle. And so if it's not something that you can do and capture with your pristine trap or whatever trap kind of ability you have, then it doesn't count. So Tarot Claw and Stone Grinder are drops. They're not wild caught pets. There are some that are a little bit iffy, but I'm going to allow them, and those are going to be pets like the Blind Rat, the Young Mutant War Turtle, even the Dream Whelpling is going to be allowed because it is from the Emerald Nightmare, which I'm going to count as Broken Isles, and he's going to be really useful. If I banned him, flyers would just be too strong. They're very, very strong flyers. I have one team that is incredibly strong with some flyer synergy with Sunlight and Drain Blood, which is almost bannable. We're actually going to do some testing to see here if it is just too strong. It's really strong, but there are fortunately a lot of weather effects, so if you run into a team like this, you are going to want to have a weather changer, or you're just straight up not going to be able to kill any of these pets, or maybe like one of them, because this is a very, very strong, scummy Healy team. So,
love the spider.
Oh yeah, the great pet here, but truly scummy if you put him with this kind of combo. So, yeah, I'm going to showcase 7 of these teams here. Nathan actually has 10. There's so many awesome combos you can do here. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll let you know if it's a pet that's allowed or not. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and play with one of my kind of fun teams here. I'll go ahead and play up against Nathan here. Go ahead and challenge me when you're ready.
Spooky-dooky.
So for this first team, I'm going to be using the Fell Flame, the Dream Whelpling, the Ghost Maggot. He's going to be using the Frostfur Rat, the Axebeak Hatchling, and the Stormstruck Beaver. Very cool team here. So Axebeak Hatchling works really well as a Clone Dance user, but he doesn't have a Cyclone, so that's a good thing I don't have to worry about here. Most likely, it'll be good for me to kind of open up. It really kind of depends on what he opens with. I'll go ahead and see what he opens with. Starting out here with my Fell Flame, I can throw down this. He's probably going to open with a Crouch. Yeah, there it is. So now he's going to be able to change my weather, which is kind of a bummer for me. That Frostfur Rat's really strong against my entire team, honestly. It's really going to counter my Elemental. He's going to go ahead and take the Conflagrate, but it's 50% reduced with Crouch, and does like 25% less, 33% less damage to critters, so he's still sitting at a nice high health. He has that flurry damage, so I don't want to swap into my Ghost Maggot. Now that he's used the Call Darkness, I'm pretty safe to swap into my Dream Whelpling, because he can really not do much to me as long as I have my Emerald Presence up with that flurry. So he's going to go ahead and swap preemptively. Very well done. He probably has Discharge. It hits for a lot, so we'll have to see.
Works just like a Bone Serpent.
Yeah, with the build he's running, he's probably running something that where he's kind of just go for a lot of damage, and he's gonna use these kind of cooldown based abilities that hit really hard. Let's see here. Dang it! It's an even matchup in speed here, so I have to hope for this coin toss if I want to change the weather on him. he's going to win the coin toss, but now he's out of abilities besides either Lightning Shield or Buried Treasure. Probably Lightning Shield. So I didn't even get to show off my synergy because he changed the weather, but the idea is to use Scorched Earth and then use Plague Blood to heal. Let me see. Probably want to bring in this guy. Go ahead and throw out a little chomp. It's going to bring in the Axbeak Hatchling, who might actually have liftoff. Kind of assuming he doesn't, but because the build you want to run is Rain Dance and Nocturnal Strike, but that liftoff can be a nice dodge. So he's going to buff his hit chance. Most likely my best bet is going to be to soak that hard flying damage on my Dragonkin. Also, I have a super strong matchup because I have Emerald Bites that hit his flyer really hard, so we can almost certainly expect a swap here now that he's out of cooldowns. There's going to be the Phosphor Rat. Phosphor Rat does super counter my team, but I have a Dragon Racial available. If he doesn't crouch, I have a 90% chance to kill him here. Okay, so there's the crouch. And the reason I said 90% is if he didn't crouch, obviously, he would go for that Call Darkness. Gonna go ahead and swap to take the Call Darkness on. Oh, and yeah.
Ooh.
Even with a crit, it still just hits so hard against my. Even without the strong damage, it still hits so hard. Now, I most likely will kill him here. Not really. It's not that likely. But I might. I might kill him here. So that would be really good. Yeah, I didn't quite kill him here. So it's looking pretty grim. I'm down to one low health Dream Whelpling under Darkness against his team. I can end with a nice strong Ghostly Bite, but it's still only going to hit for about something damage. Oh, you still have. Oh, so you take critter damage until you take your next attack. That's how it works. It isn't just one round. Did you know that? I actually did not know that, so that's cool. I could go for the Plagued Blood, but I think it's better for me to go ahead and go for the Ghostly Bite, kind of burn him down. He's going to go ahead and throw up his Lightning Shield. Fortunately, my Dream Whelpling is faster than him, so I can go ahead and throw up my Emerald Presence here. I'm basically just not going to want to touch him while he has Lightning Shield up. And I have to go for a heal, even under Darkness. I just have to, because if I attack him, I'm going to straight up die. And I'm still so close to dead. One more Jolt's going to take me out, and there it is. Well played. So, game one's going to go to Nathan. Those are some really cool pets. Stormtruck Beaver hits really, really, really hard. I'm going to go ahead and play with this team here. Whenever you're ready.
Let me change it up real quick.
Uh-oh.
What happened, Scorpion? Damn, Scorpion. Just go ahead and try this.
Alrighty, so we're going to see Team 2 here from Nathan. So I'm going to be running my team called Stormy Surprise. Now I will have the Stormstruck Beaver on my side. I'll have the Fin Crab, and I'm using a Dust Bunny. He's also using a Dust Bunny. He's using Squirky, and he's using an Aerodite Mana Fiend. It's a very strong counter to Clone Dance with his Consume Magic ability. So that's one answer you have, although it's one of the only. So Clone Dance is going to be very strong. You can actually run 3 separate unique pets Clone Dance teams if you want. So I think I will probably start off with my Crab. Can probably expect a stun or a bubble. It'd be very odd for him to kind of go toe-to-toe with me. So there is a stun. Now he has that on cooldown, but he has Clobber most likely bubble. Probably want to go ahead and swap. That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. I'll just go ahead and swap back in. I forgot that I was an elemental. I thought the beaver was a critter. So here's something I'm curious about. I don't know if Bubble will block this.
Spiny carapace?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I ran to.
I actually ran it by accident.
I think it counts as a dot. Nope.
Yeah, it just goes straight through Bubble. Dang. So Squirky's going to tear me apart. I don't have anything I can do to take care of him. He's going to straight up take me out before I can get a single bleed on him. He's out of cooldowns now, but he's probably going to swap. Taking this. With either of these two pets was a good idea. If you attack with the critter, he's going to take reduced damage. If he takes it with the magic, he has the, first of all, most likely a strong matchup here. And second of all, he has the magic racial. He's going to go ahead and heal up almost a full. And most likely I will go ahead and want to swap here. Can dodge those 2 rounds of Amplify Magic. He's going to still get some AoE down. I'm going to get a Stampede off on his Erudite Mana Fiend, which he can cleanse, but it's just nice utility having a Stampede so that if for example, you're left at a 1v1 against the Stormstruck Beaver and you have Shattered Defenses, you will get pretty shreked. Also, this will rip through Bubble just like nothing.
Interesting build.
Yeah, I'm just running it kind of for fun. You'll usually want to run Burrow just like normal. But with Shattered Defenses up, this will actually hit decently hard because the Dust Bunny is actually a power speed breed on for me. So he has the speed, so he's definitely going to have the advantage here. But having that power speed breed's going to be nice situationally, just for a little bit extra attack power. You almost have baseline attack power with that build. Okay, so there is a burrow. Unfortunately, my beaver is still taking damage as a critter, so
either one.
There's really no reason for me to swap. My best option is to try to get a Stampede off on the Dust Bunny. I'm going to go down to a Flurry, and then he's just going to be able to dodge for those 2 rounds. Huh.
He's predicting a heal.
He was probably predicting a heal, but I was just going to wait until you went for a dodge before or it's possible he's running Smoke Bomb, because that is what's cool about the Dust Bunny. That's what I'm predicting he's running. So I'm just going to go ahead and heal. That heal's just not going to keep me alive, though. It's only 25. He is running Dodge. Dodge is better. Smoke Bomb's cool, but Dodge is better. Alrighty, and looks like I'm going to go down here. Nicely played. So game 2 is going to go to Nathan. Going to bring out a pretty tough team here and see how he deals with it.
GG, my good sir.
So let me know whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, awesome. So, we're going to go ahead and do game 3 here. And this is going to be one of the strongest Clone Dance teams you can use. Now that he's used his magic pet, he can't cleanse it, so there's very little he can do. He can use the Highlands Turkey. By the way, it is in the Broken Isles here on Stormheim. That was my random stream on accident earlier. Was the Highlands Turkey is found right here. So, he's faster than my Olive back, so He can kind of mess with my strategy to put out the Cyclone, but we'll have to see what happens. There's the sleep. So I'm going to go ahead, swap to the olive back, and go ahead and do my setup here. His Rose Typhon is not going to be able to interrupt it because he's not faster. Putting that Squawk on me is really good, but I actually don't know if it affects my Cyclone. I guess I'm assuming it does, but we'll have to see. It doesn't affect it for the rounds that I really care about it anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up here. It's going to buff my Cyclone attack power, and then I'll be able to swap into the Bloodbeak and really buff up that damage. Food Coma is going to be off cooldown just too late, and so even though he'll be able to sleep me during my Rain Dance, my Cyclone is still doing some serious damage, and especially to that Rose Typhon. It is some gnarly damage going on. So, I'm going to go ahead and swap here. Ooh, he didn't go for the sleep.
You still had the Resilient
debuff.
debuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. Right. Because sleep lasts long, so he could sleep me here, but he also has strong damage. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the punch. I got a crit because of Rain Dance, and my Cyclone's gone. So, at this point, I probably want to kind of just rinse and repeat. Sleep's going to come in. Well played to put out that sleep before I could do anything about it. Going to want to swap here. No reason to stay in and let him do any setup or anything on me. I'm going to go ahead, throw out my heal. And this Bloodbeak is just such a strong pet. Honestly, if not tier 1, he is high tier 2.
Tier 2.
Like, he's super strong. Going to be able to kill him with a peck, and then I have a Nocturnal Strike that can crit for 1,000 damage. So, if he brings in his Rose Typhon, he's just going to die to a Nocturnal Strike, so he has only one option here, because that Typhon is just too important. He has to bring in the Flat-Toothed Calf. He's still going to take a ton of damage, at least 706 damage. No crit. So he's going to go ahead and get that stun on me, but it's looking really gnarly for his team right now. Matchups are really important in this tournament. You want to create teams that are that have a lot of capability. So I'm going to go ahead, throw out a Cyclone. It's going to go ahead and stay in, which means yeah, that's a lucky hit on his snake with a 35% hit Cyclone. Going to go ahead and buff the damage of that Cyclone so that if it does land, he's going to die. I'm going to go ahead, bring in this, buff that hit chance. It's going to remove my racial, but that's okay because I'm still faster than the Flat-Toothed Calf, and I'm going to heal up past my racial. Nice crit there, but that Cyclone has just taken out all of that health from his Rose Typhon, and there's just nothing he's been able to do about it. So now the Typhon's finally going to come in, but he's just so close to dead. There's just nothing he can do. I have Rain Dance up, so even if he blinds me, I most likely still land this. Oh, I should have definitely gone for the peck. That was a mistake. I forgot Nocturnal Strike is a 0% hit chance, and peck was 1. But it's still just looking really gnarly for him. His snake is only 1 damage away, 1 anything away from death, and he has no more cooldowns. So all it's going to take is a young mutant war turtle tornado punch for the win. I call this team Tornado Dance because the Cyclone is a tornado. So very strong team. The reason I used War Turtle is if he had a what's it called, an Dream Whelpling, then my 2 birds would be in a lot of trouble. But that young mutant War Turtle has 2 humanoid attacks, and he also has Shell Shield or Smoke Bomb. So very strong team. Gonna do another strong team here whenever you're ready. Go ahead and let me know. And by the way, if you're wondering what the other Cyclone users are, Clone Dance, you can use a Jungle Beak, you can use a Blood Beak, you can use an Axe Beak, you can use one quick second. I'm gonna go ahead and load my team, and now I'm ready. You can go, and then for Cyclone, you can use, I think there's like an Albatross or something, and then there are 2 of those Olive Backs or King Feathers, and we're both using the scummy heal teams. Nobody's going to die. Straight up, nobody is, because. Well, so we'll go ahead and show off how this team works. It's crazy. So, both of us are probably going to open with the Golden Dawn Feather, throw out the Sunlight. Oh, you have a better breed though. I forgot there are multiple breeds. So you want to run the Power, or the Speed. Either of them are just unkillable. You have Sunlight. You have Love Potion, which is a priority move for some completely unrealistic reason. And you're just healed to full. 2,000 health. Then you swap. And you bring in either your Blood Feather, or your Broodling, or your Fawn. You throw up your Nature's Ward. So you go ahead. You throw out that Drain Blood. It heals you to full. It's insane. Now you have 2 pets at 2,000 health. You bring in, your 3rd pet. He can throw up his Nature's Ward and his Bleed. I can throw out my Drain Blood. We're all just full health. There's if you don't have a weather change, there's literally just nothing you can do about that, and you just rotate your cooldowns. I'm actually so glad we both used this team at the same time, because it's obviously just a draw. Like there's no way we're going to be able to kill even one pet. Like absolutely no way in the world at all. We're all just going to sit at full health. So at least we don't have to play this one out and somebody's not going to rage quit. Because yeah, like look at this. Like I have so much over healing already. And of course he's not really doing much damage, but like you can see what's going on here. 3-round cooldown, insane heals under Sunlight. So this is the kind of team that we're thinking about banning. But if you have darkness, you have a way to counter it. I don't think it's strong. It's very strong, but there are so many weather changers that basically what this kind of team necessitates is you have to have a weather changer on all of your team. If you don't, then you're running the risk of just straight up losing. Nothing you can do about it. It's gonna start going for damage, but like the damage is just nothing compared to the healing. The healing's insane.
Are we getting about out? This will just take too much time.
So yeah, then I get my priority move, so his Quills doesn't go first. He heals up again.
Are we seriously going until someone loses?
Oh no! I'm gonna quit in a second, because like you see the idea here is you're just never gonna die. So yeah, then
this team is basically what he's saying.
Yeah, this team is terrible.
If you play this team, you're a cancerous person.
Yeah, if you play this team, you probably win, but you are a cancerous person. So yeah, there's the forfeit, and yeah, that's how it works. So.
This is worse than Ancient.
It's actually worse. Yeah, it's so powerful. Now the thing about it is counterable, because the Blossoming Ancient isn't affected by darkness, and these pets are. So that's the one thing you have going for you. But it's still so strong. So here's a fun team that's really pretty strong. I'll let you go ahead and queue against me whenever you're ready. Alrighty, so this would be a pretty good counter to it, because I have 3 darknesses available on my team. He has a potential Sandstorm, so that's another counter. Dream Whelpling's in a lot of trouble with all these darknesses. The bird's kind of a problem for me, but it's not too much. I just have to get him down below his racial, and he doesn't have any healing. So we'll have to see what happens here. But so he is going to start with that bird. This is probably my best matchup against the bird, honestly, and it's because of my moveset. He's going to go ahead and throw out that Wild Winds. Since he's running, the problem with the Sandpiper is he does have some, kind of anti-synergy with Sandstorm, but if you are queuing into somebody who kind of depends on their weather, or is like a Clone Dance, Sandstorm is super, super helpful for really hurting their strategy. So in this case, if he had Sandstorm, it would really hurt me, because I either have Flurry or I have Gonna go for the coin toss here. Got it. And now I can bring in my faster pets to really just ruin his day. Most likely I'll want to bring in this guy. Yeah. There's the smoke bomb. He was predicting a nocturnal strike. So now he doesn't have a smoke bomb. I won the mind game. I won the mind game. And that's all it came down to. So now the nocturnal strike's going to come out. Well played to swap into the dream whelpling. But I have a Call Darkness available for him. So he's going to either have to take that or he's going to have to just keep shuffling around his pets. And eventually he's going to die because... Oh, the darkness. The darkness miss is brutal.
Bullshit.
Oh, it's brutal. So here comes another Call Darkness. It doesn't heal that much under Call Darkness.
That pisses me off. Like
I'm actually expecting a swap, so I went ahead and used my sneak attack. Now his Sandpiper is within kill range of a sneak attack, and I won the coin toss, so RNG went my way all this game. And there's no coming back from this. It's just too good of a matchup for me.
Damn you, 90% bullshit.
Yeah, it's just destroyed him. He's saving his smoke bomb. 659. Gonna go ahead and sleep him. Be able to get off a nice Call Darkness while he's asleep. So if he swaps to the Dream Whelpling, he's dead. So he has to take it. And then I can go. If this pump misses, there is literally no way under any circumstance that I could lose. Okay, so the pump lands, but like there's just so little he can do at this point. So little. Like all I have to do is land a Nocturnal Strike and he's dead. And even if I just use Savage Talons, those just hurt. So he has to go for it. He has to. Now he has to either die or swap, and then his Dream Whelpling's dead. It's just, yeah, this team counters that team. Your team's so freaking hard.
Unless if you miss, come on.
I could miss the Call Darkness, but then I have another one on the rat, so there's just no coming back. I have strong flying damage against the no
misses on your end. Oh, come on.
Are you serious? And he misses again.
I'm not even gonna attack. I'm just gonna pass.
Yeah, there's just no reason. I missed.
Oh, come on! You could have killed me.
Now his smoke bomb's on cooldown. Nocturnal Strike can't miss, and it crits. That was actually the worst RNG possible for Nathan.
I really hate 90%.
Oh, that was brutal. There was just nothing you could do. So, yeah, we're effectively 2-2 in a draw. I have 2 more teams here, really fun teams that aren't so obnoxious and will be a lot more fun to play. So, I think I'll start off with this team. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and cue into me.
Revenge.
So he's going to be using a Clone Dance team, which I have a potential answer to. We'll have to see. That's a pretty good matchup for me, but pretty good for him too. We'll just have to see what happens. Most likely he knows not to use his Cyclone because he knows I have a potential cleanse on my team. So yeah, this is a position that's good to be in for sure. But those birds are all really strong. Oh, he has Twitch of the Jungle Beat. That's nice. Gonna keep going for damage.
Oh, where's the blind?
My beast racial's active. Alrighty.
Smart thing. Either that or swap into the magic.
So there's the Nocturnal Strike. It does miss under the blind because it's still a 0% hit chance. Or yes, it's 0%. So now he has a 50% chance to hit me, and he can crit me. I'm going to kind of take my chances because it is still... okay. So he does get the miss. At this point, he kind of has to sacrifice his bird because he's going to die from poisons on the back line anyways. So unless he gets like a crit or something, I have a pretty good chance to at least get off one more dot before dying. Although,
triple hit.
he has the thrash available, which is pretty strong against me. I have to just hope he gets a double here. He does get the triple, so I don't get a dot on him, which is really kind of unfortunate for me. Now, I have a pretty good matchup with this magic pet, but then putting my rabbit at the end, I really have to try to do as much work as possible. Now, I'm certain he has Cyclone, so probably Cyclone and Preen. Adrenaline Rush is cool. He's probably just going to go for this. I'm going to be able to start stacking up some damage. Getting that early crit is huge.
That really had the crit.
That early crit is so big because now I have him down at his down below his racial with this hit. He only gets a double with his preen, and now I'm faster than him. So most likely Twitter has Nocturnal Strike, so I will be able to get this off before kicking the bucket. If he has liftoff, actually, he might win.
Do you have Surge of Power?
But there's the Surge of Power. It does hit really hard. Even with the heal, he's still going to be below his racial, so my rabbit will be able to take him out.
God damn you. This was supposed to be...
So, the rabbit's going to come in. The flurry is going to come out. If it gets a triple hit, he's dead. Even with a double, he's dead. And so some RNG went my way for sure that game too. Yeah, that was a scary matchup, but it was like we both countered each other to an extent. Because you had the speed, but then I had the magic damage and the ability. You couldn't use your clone dance because you knew I was just going to consume magic it. So now I'm down to one more team. Going to go ahead and pop that team whenever you're ready. Go ahead and challenge me. Alrighty, so this is going to be a really fun team. It's going to be my team, Dazzling Fell Bubbles, and it has the synergy between, well, we have Dazzling Dance with Squirky. That's obviously very nice. You have this kind of poison synergy with the Fell Spider, so it's going to be a really strong team. He has a Bleed Burn team, so it's going to be very, very cool. We'll have to see how it turns out. But it should be a really, really, really cool matchup here. Most likely I am going to want to go ahead and start with this guy. He has a really good matchup against the squirrel, so I can go ahead, punish him for if he puts a bleed on me by throwing up a brittle webbing. Then I can Poison Fang him, get some dots rolling. The dot itself doesn't hit very hard, but it'll punish him for swapping out. So he's in a bad position because if he stays in, those all of his damage is, hurting him with brittle webbing, and then if he swaps out, he has a dot on him. So that's a situation you never want to be in. Obviously, the Fell Spider has this strong synergy here between his Poison Fang and his Puncture Wound. So now Coco's gonna just die. Not much he can do.
No, Coco.
Yeah, he's gonna die to those dots. So I can probably safely save my. Do I want to save my spider for later?
There's a bleed on you.
There is a bleed on me, but it doesn't hit very hard. His attack power on the squirrel's only 260. So my spider should be able to get out a little bit more before kicking the bucket. Fellflame's going to come in here, and so I'm probably going to want to go ahead and get my dot rolling on him as soon as possible. That dot's pretty nice. If he swaps out, he's going to be taking that in the back line. If he stays in, well, it's just nice dot damage. Before I die to a Conflagrate, I will almost certainly want to get out a Dazzling Dance. It's going to be very nice for my Fell Spider to have. Actually, I didn't need that at all. Not at all. But it'll be nice for a Squirky to have. So, down goes the Firefly. In comes the Fell Spider. Now this is an interesting dilemma. Most likely I'm going to be better off going for this dot Yeah, because he swapped, that's going to have been the better decision, because now I can get a puncture wound off, and no matter who he has in, it's going to do double damage because he has the poison from the flyer and the poison from the beast. I have my beast racial activated, so no, he has a quick attack. He has a quick attack, so I couldn't get it off. Now, that quick attack's good for me now because it does weak damage to my critter. So I can go for a... This is kind of a mind game because he has the Conflagrate. There's a Scorched Earth out. So if I hold out on my bubble, he can get the Conflagrate. But if I bubble too early, then he can't. Then the Scorched Earth is just going to remove the bubble. So he was going for that Conflagrate there. I went ahead and stunned him. Now I have the strong damage against his Fell Flame. Most likely it will suit me best to go ahead, pop this cooldown just to take that Scorched Earth. I will be taking a Conflagrate, but actually no, I won't, because Scorched Earth actually doesn't break bubble. That's kind of broken. So there's the Conflagrate. It doesn't even go through. Like the second part of it doesn't go through. So that's some mechanics that really go in my favor. At this point, the Parched Lizard can get off a nice Conflagrate, but unless something crits, I'm just going to be able to take the W here. No crit. The quick attack just does weak damage to a critter, so even though he is going to get it first, it's just, even with a crit, it wasn't going to take me out. I'm sure he had Ravage, but I was just faster with Squirky because of the last round of Dazzling Dance. So that one came down to the wire, but Squirky's definitely a super, super powerful pet, and I think we can expect to see Nathan swap up that team. He has a very fun idea, and it is actually that first team that I was similar to that with the Fell Flame and the Ghost Maggot. That would have been much stronger against Squirky for sure.
Fun teams.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do some fun teams here, but that's the end of the showcase for the tournament. Like I said, it will be on Monday the 26th, 7 o'clock p.m. server time. It'll either be streamed on my channel or Gomrath's, most likely Gomrath's by default, but if he's still out of town, then it will be on my channel, and I'll also upload a recording of the tournament. Most certainly, in fact, there will be some sort of free giveaway for the winner of the tournament. Nathan won a Magical Crawdad, and Hiru joined us last tournament and won 3rd place. So he won a Bone Serpent. Health breed was the one he chose. And so there are pets to be earned for free, just as long as you are able to win. Most likely there will be just a grand prize pet for the 1st place, but that just kind of gives y'all some incentive to join us, and it'll obviously be really fun. Rules for the tournament are just going to be single elimination. You're going to fight best 2 out of 3 matches against each opponent. So let's say that there's 10 of us. What we'll all do is we'll all roll. The lowest 2 numbers on the roll for like 1 to 100 are going to battle first. Whoever wins that goes on, and the other one is going to be knocked out of contention, but feel free to stick around and play with anybody else for fun. Then once it gets down to it, the finals will determine who wins, and then the winner gets to have their pet. A couple minor rules is you can't use the same pet against the same opponent, so that's why you'll notice we all use different pets on each of our teams. So you can't say use Squirky on all 3 of your teams. You can only use Squirky against one opponent once. Now, if say I beat Nathan and then I go on to play somebody else, I can use those pets again. But I can't use those same pets against him, and the limit is only wild-caught pets from the Broken Isles or Draenor. That's going to disqualify pets that are drops or like Grumpy or Tarot Claw or anything like that. You can't use those, and wild-caught pets only from those areas. So Dream Whelpling is going to count, the Young Mutant War Turtle is going to count, the Blind Rat is going to count, the Dust Bunny is going to count. Those all count as eligible pets for the tournament. So a lot of really strong pets, really cool pets, and you'll definitely want a Weather Changer, because there's a Sunny Day user who, when paired with other healing pets, is very, 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 very strong. Most likely it's not going to be banned, though. We might do some more testing Maybe the Golden Dawn Feather will be banned, but I don't think so. I think it's fun to kind of encourage people to have a weather effect of some sort to really try to counter those teams. And if worst comes to worst, it is best 2 out of 3. So if, say, you get unlucky and you queue into somebody who decides to play this kind of team, you might lose that first match. But then if you win the next 2 matches, you still beat them and knock them out of contention. So it's really not too bad that they're allowed, because you can only win 1 game with a Sunlight user, and after that you're not allowed to use any more Sunlight users. So also, I think Clone Dance is better than the Sunlight anyways, getting that AoE damage out and having the ability, like if, say, what did I run? If I ran a 3rd pet that had a Weather Changer, that would be perfect to counter an AoE, this Sunny Day team, because you have that AoE pressure and you can remove the Sunlight. So, sorry?
You were asking what did you run?
Oh, I was running the Tornado, the Young Mutant War Turtle. I think, yeah, you ran the Rose Typin, right? Yeah. Very strong pets, both of those, especially the Rose Typin, because there are actually no mechanicals, and there are several critters. There are no mechanicals, so the only mechanical damage that I know of is Call Lightning.
The Garrison pets?
Yes, don't forget, also the Garrison pets are allowed. So, like, the Ghost Maggot is one that's wild caught from your Garrison. So is the Spectral Spinner, also a very strong pet. And then the Ghastly Rat is the 3rd one that's rather underpowered, but definitely nice to have, because he can do okay against Squirky. And Squirky's definitely a powerful pet. He's one of those high tier 2, low tier 1, honestly, pets. And in the meta, he's going to be a tier 1 pet. Sorry, in our mini meta for Draenor and Legion. So a lot of really, really cool, powerful pets. Squirky is going to be really strong with these, either against or with these healing pets. So very, very cool options here for us. But I think that's going to go ahead and conclude this. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below the video, and I will do my best to answer your questions regarding if it's, whether you're wondering if a pet is eligible or ineligible. I am going to, as always, export this whole tab of my it's a bunch of teams that just have the pets that are eligible for the tournament. If you see any that I missed, as I always do, let me know and I'll add those. But I tried my best not to miss any, and this is a collection of pets that you can just create a new tab, and then you can import this code that I will leave in the description for y'all. Just hit save. It won't leave this information because you won't have those teams already. And you can just import the entire collection here. I'm doing the research for you so that you can quickly put together your teams without having to look onto your map and see what is eligible. And then one other side.
Swell guy.
All shucks. And then one other side note is there is one pet that you might not be aware of. The Highlands Turkey is allowed, and he's a very strong pet that you saw Nathan use because he is eligible. He is a wild-caught pet that can be captured in Stormheim. Right here. There's the Highlands Turkey. So, if it's... Oh, Albatross. Yeah, the Albatross chick. I knew about that. He's actually a Cyclone thrower outer. So, yeah, some really cool pets. There's the Mud Jumper, which I don't think we got to see the Mud Jumper, but he's a really strong pet with Bubble. You can actually run a double Bubble team, I suppose, with Squirky and the Mud Jumper, which there aren't very many Bubble Breakers. There's Flurry, Immolation from the Fell Flame, and there's Puncture Wound technically, but that's pretty bad if you have to waste that cooldown on it. So, yeah, that could be a really strong team. So many awesome abilities and really cool pets. So this is probably going to be the most exciting tournament so far. So hopefully this video will kind of give you an idea what strong pets you can use, what fun combinations you can use. And I look forward to seeing you all. Yes, or what was that, Nathan?
Remind everyone about their turkey names.
Oh, and don't forget to name your Nathan Turkey. Your turkey Nathan.
Oh.
But anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video, and I hope to see you all in the tournament.
Bye.
Bye.